Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Hearthstone, or I should say another set of Hearthstone. We are going to begin our second arena match here, so I'm going to go to the arena, our second arena set, and this is the screen that pops up, so you can either pay $2 of real currency, or 150 gold pieces, so I was actually off. I thought it was 240 for some reason, but it's only 150, so I have obviously enough for that. I can actually lose the first 3 matches and have enough gold for another arena match, so that's cool to know. So I use the gold, purchase is complete. I am now in the arena. Alright, so I will use my epic dice of randomness to choose another class since we've seen none of these. Well, I've not played as any of these. Alright, so let's, 1-2 is a priest, 3-4 is a mage, so on and so forth. It is a 3, so that means we're going to be picking Jaina Proudmoore.
You asked for it.
The mage. Okay, first pick. You have Azure Drake, which is a really good card. It gives a spell damage +1, which the mage potentially has a lot of spells. So it increases our spell damage by 1. It's a 4/4 for 5, and also gets to draw a card. That's a very solid card. Argent Commander is also a very solid card because it has charge, the Divine Shield, so it can kind of just charge right in, kill the creature, and it's still, you know, it'll still be fine. Mana Addict is okay. Mana Addict would probably be broken if it was +2 attack permanently, but since it's just this turn, Azure Drake. Mirror Image is meh. Mana Worm is okay. Blue Warrior is okay. The blue border means that's a mage-specific card, by the way. Do I want a 2/1 charge, or do I want a 1/3 Mana Worm that could become beefier? Mirror Image, I think I take the Blue Warrior. Silverhand Knight is really good. Dress Corsair is okay. His thing is he costs 1 less per attack of your weapon. May just have no weapon, so he's just a 3/3 with taunt for 4, which is actually kind of bad. So Silverhand Knight, I think, is what I pick. The Magma Ranger, it's just no, too easy to kill. Silverhand Knight. Acidic Swamp Ooze is good. Dress Corsair, we've already went through. Voodoo Doctor is okay. He's a 2/1 for 1 that also restores 2 hit points. The thing is, he's not really a 1-drop. And what I mean by 1-drop is, on your first turn, when you have 1 mana, that's not really the creature you want to play for 1 mana because his battle cry is going to be wasted. So this is a card you want to play later. And so that kind of makes him weaker. So I think I go for the Acidic Swamp Ooze because the possibility of destroying a person's weapon is really good. Alright, Twilight Drake. +1 health for each card in your hand. That's really solid. A Light Warden. Whenever a character is healed, gain +2 attack. That's for a priest deck, I would imagine. And an Angry Chicken, which is funny, but no. Twilight Drake is the option here, or the choice here. Bloodsail Corsair. Remove 1 durability from your opponent's weapon. He's a 1/2 for 1. That's okay. That's okay. Kirantor Mage. The next secret you play this turn costs 0. The mages do have some secrets. She's a 4/3 for 3, which is solid. Stampede Kodo is really good too, because he's a 3/5 for 5, but he destroys a random enemy minion with 2 or less attack. That's very solid. And the Kirantor Mage is, I mean, her whole thing is secrets, and most of the secrets aren't really worth playing, I think. There are some that are okay, but most are not. So I think that means I pick the Stampeding Kodo. Alright, South Sea Deckhand. Has charge when you have a weapon equipped. I do not have a weapon, so Ice Lance. Freeze a character. If it was already frozen, deal 4 damage instead. I mean, yes, 4 damage for 1 mana is a lot, but the thing is, that character has to be frozen already. So that kind of is Frost Bolt, however, is deal 3 damage to a character and freeze it. That is a solid card. Arcane Missiles is always solid. Deal 3 damage, randomly split between characters. Corehound is meh. Grimskill Oracle, I will most likely always ignore in an arena deck, unless I specifically try to build an Oracle deck, which is kind of crazy in an arena, because you're never going to know if you will have enough Murlocs to even build one. So, I think the choice here is Arcane Missiles. Haha, my friend is back again. Wow, really? No, I'm not picking you guys. Stop coming in my packs here. Alright, Flesh Eating Ghoul, 2/3 for 3, gets buffed each time a minion dies. That's the choice here. No, no. Ah, here we go. Demolisher, he's a 1/4 for 3, but at the start of your turn, it deals 2 damage to a random enemy. That includes the enemy's hero, like the Jaina or whatever. And I've already went over these guys, so Demolisher I think is the option here. Let me look at my game here. We have no turn 1 drops. We do have a turn 2 drop. We have 2 turn 3s, a turn 4, a couple turn 5s. Okay. So, Arcane Golem. Give your opponent a mana crystal. He's a 4/2 for 3. That's... he does also have charge. And if you play him when you guys are both sitting at 10 mana crystals, that's... his battle cry is not that much of a hindrance, but Violet Teacher is pretty good. Whenever you cast a spell, you get to summon a 1/1 apprentice. That's solid. And the Auctioneer is also solid because whenever you cast a spell, you get to draw a card. The problem is, I only have 2 spells so far. But we are only sitting at 10 cards, so I will probably get more spells in the future. So the thing is, do I want a 4/4 for 5 that draws me a card, or a 3/5 for 4 that could get additional minions? This is actually kind of tough for me. Drawing cards are very important. Board control with, a bunch of 1/1 apprentices is still pretty cool too. But I think the choice I'm going to go... but I already have 3 5s. I only have 1 4. But drawing cards is so good. Auctioneer. Man, that's a hard choice. I feel like I could have closed my eyes, chose one at random and still been happy. Alright, we have Blizzard. Deal 2 damage to all minions and freeze them. For 5 mana, that is very solid. Another Stampini Kodo, and an Ethereal Arcanist. If you control a secret at the end of your turn, gain +2/+2. That's cool if I was playing with secrets. I don't even have one in my deck yet, so I'm going to ignore him. Blizzard is a very good AoE controlling spell. I think I'll choose that. Especially since we have an Azure Drake and an Auctioneer who kind of relies on spells being cast. Arcane Intellect can kind of get you out of a bind since it can draw 2 cards. Corehound, I try to ignore because of its hit points. I mean, it's okay. River Crocolisk. I have 2 turn 2 drops. I could use 3. Or Arcane Intellect is also a spell, which would play off of the Gadgets and Auctioneer. I think I go for the other 2 drop. Goldshire Footman is not that good. Abusive Sergeant is Leper Gnome is but wow, just 3 crappy choices. I think out of this, the most utility one, though, is going to be the Abusive Sergeant, because he can give any friendly minion +2 attack. Dealing 2 damage to an enemy hero is not as important as giving 2 damage to a friendly minion, I think. So I'm going to choose the Abusive Sergeant. The thing is, he's not really a turn 1 drop, though. I didn't think about that. The Leper Gnome could be a turn 1 drop. Well, too late now. Actually, I still think I would pick the Abusive Sergeant. Okay, so we have Flame Strike, which is awesome. Deal 4 damage to all enemy minions. And, yeah, that's it. Fireball is awesome. Raid Leader is Fairy Dragon is kind of cool because it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, and it's a 3/2 for 2, but Fireball. Mirror Entity is a secret. So, when your opponent plays a minion, Mirror Entity will activate, and you get to summon a copy of it. The thing is, against players who know the decks, who know all the secrets available, they will start testing for the secrets, and, if... The thing... Good players can play around secrets. I'm not saying I'm a good player, but most players could probably play around secrets, which is why I don't really trust them. So I'm probably going to ignore secrets for the most part, unless I go for a secret deck down the line where I get, you know, Kirin Tor Mages, where I may get those Ethereal Arcanists, and then I'll get secrets. But for now, I'm going to ignore secrets, I think. Alright, Fireball is awesome. Mad Bomber is really cool. Deal 3 damage split between other characters. Fireball. Another Mad Bomber. Dark Iron Dwarf is awesome. He's a 4/4 that gives another minion +2 attack. Boulder Fist Ogre is also very solid for a late game, of which I have very little. Actually, I have none in my late game right now. I have one actual 4-drop, though. So I think actually the Dark Iron Dwarf is the choice. It's a really good card. Frost Nova is okay. Thrallmar Farseer is okay. Boulder Fist Ogre. That's what I choose here. Like, freezing all enemies, I guess it has its uses. No. Boulder Fist Ogre. Wow, 2 Murlocs. This arena's trying to tell me something here. Wild Pyromancer. Wild Pyromancer, I think, is going to work. We have a lot of spells that can activate its ability. And as far as my creatures go, I only have one creature that could die to his ability right out of the gate. That is a Bluegill Warrior. Everybody else could take a damage from one of his attacks. I have seen some nasty combos played with the Wild Pyromancer, so I'm going to choose this guy. He's still solid. He's a 3/2 for 2. That's a solid card. But I do need to think about my late game here. Oasis Snapdraw is cool in a Priest deck because you can heal him. I guess he's an okay card. Razorfin Hunter is okay. Novice Engineer is okay. How many 3-drops do I have? I have 2. And 2 drops, I have 4. Novice Engineer drawing a card is okay. I think I'd rather have the Razorfin Hunter in this situation, though. So, another secret, Counterspell. When your opponent casts a spell, you get to counter it. That's actually not that bad. But Abomination is very solid. He's a 4/4 taunt for 5. And when he dies, you deal 2 damage to all characters, including heroes. So that could be bad for you. But he can also be played very well. Questing Adventurer gets +1/+1 whenever you play a card. That's also solid. And it could work in this deck because I do have a lot of low casting cards to kind of pump him up. Well, I don't have that many. No, I don't think Questing Adventurer is the answer here. Counterspell is nice, but Abomination is really nice too. I have no taunts. The problem is, a few of my creatures could die from his explosion, but only a couple. Yeah, I think it's Abomination here. Alright, Sentient Shieldmaster is very solid. Stormwind Knight is also solid, a 2/5 Charger. I only have 2 4-drops though. I guess these both are 4-drops. So do I want a 3/5 Taunter or a 2/5 Charger? Do I need to protect anything? Yeah, I do. I would like to keep my Demolisher alive. Besides him, maybe an Azure Drake I would want to keep alive. The Auctioneer I would want to keep alive. So Taunt could be useful. Alright. Sentient Shieldmaster is a very solid card. Another Flame Strike. Heck yeah. Spiteful Smith, not that good in a Mage deck because her Enrage ability does not affect me. Is that a 3rd Fireball? Do I take a 3rd Fireball? 2 Flame Strikes, 3 Fireballs, a Blizzard, Frostbolt. Man, I wish I had more creatures with spell power damage right now. Yeah, I think out of these choices, I'd take... Yeah, I'd take the Fireball. Arcane Explosion. Oh, Spellbreaker. That's... I think this is one of the best cards in the game from what I've been watching of Hearthstone play because he's a 4/3 for 4 but he also silences a minion. That's just, it's an awesome package. Direwolf Alpha is also pretty cool. Arcane Explosion is also pretty cool. The thing is, though, I only have one creature currently that gives me increased spell damage. If I had a couple, then that may put Arcane Explosion ahead of Spellbreaker. But since I only have one, this is probably only going to deal 1 damage instead of, 2 or 3. So, Spellbreaker. Mirror Image is meh. Stone Tusk Boar is meh. War Golem is a very solid card, and I need a late game card, so War Golem it is. Shield Bearer is another Mirror Image. Frost Elemental is very solid. He's a 5/5 for 6, and when he comes on the board, you get to freeze a character. That's very good. Also adds to my late game, which I need help with right now. Out of these choices, I think the Dark Iron Dwarf is by far the best choice. Relicus Auctioneer is kind of funny. It's a surprise 5 damage for 6, but Dark Iron Dwarf is just more solid, I think, all around. Oh, we get a legendary! Oh, man. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is rare. Black Knight. Destroy an enemy minion with Taunt, and he's a 4/5 for 6. Plus a creature destruction. Possible, if they have a taunt creature, which could be awesome. Because there's like 8/8 taunters. There's, what else is there? Like a 4/6 taunter. Like, you could destroy some nasty creatures with this guy. That's an awesome card. Malygos. Spell damage plus 5? He's a 4/12 for... Oh, shit. Oh my god, if I could... Man, spell damage plus 5 with a Blizzard, 2 Flame Strikes, 3 Fireballs, and a Frostbolt in the deck? Yeah, probably. The thing is, I need to make sure that he's played in a position where he's not going to die the turn he comes out on the board. And the good thing is, though, there's a card in here called Big Game Hunter, and he kills creatures with 7 attack or more. This guy's only 4 attack, so he kind of dodges that bullet. Man, but the Black Knight's really solid, though, too. But man, in this deck, I have a ton of spells. That could really be fatal. I mean, that Fireball... spell damage plus 5. That's oh my god, that's 11 damage possible to the player. Alright, anyway, and that Paggle. At the end of your turn, you have a 50% chance to draw a card. So he's a 0/4 for 2 that may or may not even give you a card draw. Malygos. Okay. So our curve is a lot better, I think, than the Warrior deck. Our early game is kind of weak. But our mid game is very strong, and then of course we have a ton of spells, and flippin' Malygos. Like, what the truck? I don't even think I've seen Malygos played in any of the Hearthstone games I've watched. Alright, let's get this thing going. I hope it works out. There's a lot of ways to deal with creatures in this game, so it's not a guarantee that Malygos is going to live long enough to give me the benefit of his plus 5 spell power. But if he does, it's going to be awesome. The right choice may have been to pick the Black Knight, though. That may be a more constant, solid creature, but I couldn't pass it up. With so many spells in my deck.
Jaina versus Jaina.
Huh, Mage on Mage.
You asked for it. My magic will tear you apart.
Solid cards, but none of these are early game. I am getting rid of all of them. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Why is there a fireball image coming up on the right side? Is that what I'm drawing next? What? What? It's showing me the cards that I mulliganed. What the truck? I didn't know it did that. Huh. Dude, what else is there to do?
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Greetings. Hello. Okay, so I think I play a abuse. No, the thing is, my opponent can just fire blast him. Alright, what I'm gonna have to do is, In my turn. There's no point in playing the Abusive Sergeant at this point, because he'd just be Fire Blasted. So I think next turn I coin and throw out the Demolisher. Fireball. So what I'm hoping is going to happen is that at the start of my turn, this will deal 2 damage to the Mana Worm, and then I can Fire Blast it. But it could also go to Jaina. Or any other creature that my opponent plays right now.
What to do?
And the thing is, if it doesn't go to the Mana Worm, I may just play Abusive Sergeant, power this guy's attack. What secret could that be? I mean, it could be anything. You going to attack me? Alright. I thought he was going to attack me, not the Demolisher. That kind of changes things a bit. Man, what is that secret? Let's see, it could be... Copy a creature. If it is, I would want him to copy the Abusive Sergeant. So I'm going to play the Abusive Sergeant first.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
It does not copy a guy. It could be... What is that? No, that wouldn't be Ice Block. Ice Barrier? Ice Armor? Let's see what it is. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, let's see. Oh, I forgot about Vaporize. Oh, Alice did. I forgot about Vaporize. That's my bad. I totally forgot that was even a secret. If I remember Vaporize, I wouldn't have wasted my Demolisher on him. I thought it was going to be Ice Armor, which gives him 8 armor. I think that's what that does.
One shot.
Again, I'm not a pro, guys. I don't know all the cards by heart. Vaporize. Damn it. Alright. Let's see. So what I think I do here is Fire Blast the Archer. Kill you. Summon the Acidic Swamp Ooze, and my turn. So now my opponent could Fire Bolt or Fire Blast. Yeah, Fire Blast my guy. Next turn we have the Azura Drake coming on board. Unless for whatever reason it would be better for me to play the Stampini Kodo. But right now that is the plan, to play play this guy. I need to remember Vaporize. Deal 3 damage to the enemy hero. Damn. I wish I had another creature for 3, because I would Fire Blast, run him into it, and then play another creature, but that's not the situation.
I wonder.
I don't want to let that creature live, so I'm going to have to trade 2 for 1, I think, here. Well, I want to draw a card first. I guess not that it really matters here, though. Twilight Drake. So you kind of see the spells that are affected by it. So now this deals 7 damage because of his +1/+2 spell power. And he got polymorphed. Okay. That's fine. If Malygos comes out, I want those polymorphs to be out of my opponent's hand. So he can't polymorph Malygos. That would be upsetting. And that guy gave me a card anyway, so that's fine. Let's see, I have 6 mana next time. I think maybe I'll play the Twilight Drake. Actually, I don't know.
What to do? What to do?
Wild Pyromancer. So let's see, I could get a 4/6 and a 3/2 out, or a 4/4 and a 2/2. Yeah, I think this is the better play. So he's a 4/6 because I had 6 cards in my hand at the time of casting him. So the other play was the Silverhand Knight, but that would have been a 4/4 and a 2/2. This play I got a 4/6 and a 3/2. So more board control. Ooh. And the owl silenced my Drake. Ouch. Ouch. Let me think about this one. Stampini Kodo would kill the owl. I'd have 2 mana left, which does nothing. I could play Flesh Eating Ghoul.
I wonder.
Fire Blast the owl, and then attack him. He'd become a 3/3. That still wastes 2 mana. I could play Silverhand Knight and Fire Blast the owl. That would probably be better. Or I could play War Golem. No.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Now the risk here is I'm setting myself up for Flame Strike. Because Flame Strike deals 4 damage to all enemy creatures.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
Okay, Stormwind Champion. +1/+1 to all other creatures. What's he going to do with his 6/6 Tiger? That I'm probably going to end up fireballing. Oh yes, please attack me. Okay, cool. Very cool. I'd much rather have my minions on the board. Alright, so I don't want to play this. I can fireball you. Then I can run the Drake and the squad. Oh, wait a minute. If I fireball, he's going to deal 1 damage to everything. Okay, I gotta remember that. So I fireball him. He deals 1 damage to all creatures, so I'm going to have to run him into him. Play fireball. He becomes a 6/1, then I can fire blast him. But I think I want to summon a Flesh Eating Ghoul at the same time. Wait, no, I don't have enough mana for all of that.
I wonder.
Alright. Do that. Fireball him. His spell goes off. Deals 1 damage to everything. Fire blast him.
You insist.
I think that was the best choice there.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Uh-oh.
I am the blade of the goddess.
Okay. So a 3/2 and a 5/4. Have an abomination. I could run him into her. Run him into her. Attack for 3. I could play the Flesh Eating Ghoul, so then he would become a, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he'd become a 6/3. Alright, so that will leave me, what, 6 mana to play with? Doesn't really leave me with much else to do, but I think that's the best thing to do. So we'll play the Flesh Eating Ghoul first. Hold on. Okay, new plan. We're gonna Blizzard them instead. This way I only have to lose 1 guy.
I can't do it.
Oh, wait a minute! How do I forget his spell?
Time runs out on me. Whoops.
To battle!
Why didn't I just go with my original plan? Why? Well, hey, I have a 7/2 golem out. Or whatever, ghoul. Shit. As soon as I played it, man. Oh, God.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Anyway. That's funny that, like, the turn before, I used that Pyromancer skill to benefit me, and then I just kind of screwed him. Anyway. It's fine. The way the thing's played out, I can now kill the War Golem with my ghoul. That's a giant trade up. And, Oh, what do I want to do here? I guess play the War Golem. Our Fire Blast her now, so I can Fire Blast her next turn and finish her off. So yes, I know that was a huge mistake. I'm probably gonna get something in the comments like,
I got the beast in my safe.
oh man, the big game hunter. No shit. Huh. That's kind of funny. I talked about him when I was making the deck, and there he is. Well, we're gonna Fire Blast you. We're gonna Frostbolt you. Yeah. And then we're gonna play Abomination.
I feel
Oh, the leper gnome. You're a funny little guy. Do I want to kill him with the Kodo? I mean, at this point, maybe. So let's see. I play Kodo and Auctioneer. No, that's too much. I don't need to play the Auctioneer because if he draws Flame Strike, yeah. I'll play the Kodo. He'll eat the leper gnome.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Well, I guess looking back to it now, I guess I should have played the Auctioneer. I guess I shouldn't be afraid of Flame Strike. It's not guaranteed that he even has it. Yeah, okay. Alright, guys. I should have played him last turn. Well, F it. I'll just go out this turn then. Well, no. No, I will not. I do not need to. I do not need to. I will, just go past the Abyssal Sergeant, attack him, Fire Strike him, end my turn. I could play the Razorfin Hunter, but there's no need to. There's no need to. Because like that would have just killed my boar. My poor little 1/1 boar. Unfortunately, none of them are going to be able to attack next turn. And I got a Dark Iron Dwarf. The thing is, again, there's no reason to play him, though. Nobody's going to be able to... Yeah, I'm just going to Flame Strike him. End the turn. If he draws a Flame Strike, people, if I played these guys, then he would just clear my entire board. There's no reason to play them right now. I have enough damage to kill him on the board.
Well played.
Give him the well played. Alright, so good game to Okodi. Got some more gold. Alright, so I had one major mistake. That actually turned out kind of in my favor, because my ghoul was able to kill a war golem by itself, but that was obviously not planned. So yeah, besides that one mistake with the Wild Pyromancer, wiping out 2 of my creatures and then having to trade my Silverhand Knight for the chick anyway, besides that, it was a pretty good game, I think, on my part. So that's going to be it for this episode. I will see you next time when we hopefully go... how far do I think this will go in actuality? I really want to see Malygos. I think this is a solid deck. I think it has the potential to go all the way. Honestly speaking, I think it does. We'll just have to see if I can play it out well enough to do it, though. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.